So if you couldn't already tell, I'm pretty into Castle Crashers. That's why I decided to search every nook and cranny of the games made by the Behemoth to find all of the hidden Castle Crashers references and Easter eggs. And by the way, I'm much more familiar with Castle Crashers compared to the other Behemoth games, so let me know in the comments if I missed any references or Easter eggs. And with that said, let's dive into Battle Block Theater. If you don't already know, Battle Block Theater is a 2D platformer where you play as a prisoner forced in a deadly theater run by evil cats. The gameplay consists of using your brain, along with the game's mechanics to successfully get at least 3 gems for each level. And now let's get into the references to Castle Crashers. So in Battle Block Theater, there are hundreds of different prisoners. None of them actually do anything different, they're purely cosmetic. But with that being said, there are tons of Castle Crashers related characters that you're able to unlock and play as. They have the regular knight, the thief, the king, the swamp bro, which is just Snaky, and the peasant, which I couldn't find a picture on. Now they also have some other characters like the orange princess, troll, giraffe pet orb, Rammy pet orb, and the cardinal pet orb. Now there also is a weapon in Battle Block Theater, which is the boomerang, and some people believe this to be related to Castle Crashers, since there's also a boomerang in Castle Crashers, but I feel like that's a little too vague, because it's really just a weapon. And also the Castle Crashers boomerang has these like wraps on them, while the Battle Block Theater one is just one color. So yeah, I don't think there's any relationship between those two, but there are some appearances of Castle Crashers characters in the Battle Block Theater cutscenes. The Orange Princess makes an appearance in Chapter 5's cutscene after the narrator is explaining why the hat is so haunted. And shortly after that, in the same cutscene, it also shows the giant troll for a moment. And not the troll mother, but the giant troll that chases you in the abandoned mill and in the parade level. And also there is an actual reference to the troll mother later in this video. Before I talk about the next Easter eggs, if you're enjoying this video so far or you found something out that you didn't know before, consider subscribing. It's free and you can always change your mind later. And also it helps me out a ton. And now let's get into some of the references from Alien Hominid Invasion. Now I actually found the most Castle Crasher Easter eggs in this game, which surprised me since I was expecting to find the most in Battle Block Theater. But anyways, the goal of Alien Hominid Invasion is to finish tasks while also killing the FBI agents. Now there are also bosses you can fight and loot crates that you can obtain and open. They can give you various rewards like weapons, different skin pigments, and different headgear. Now some of the different headgear types look like characters from Castle Crashers. For example, we have the regular knight and the barbarian. And also you can just change the colors with whatever skin pigment you want. Another Castle Crashers Easter egg can be found in the tutorial. If you walk to the left, you can find 6 arcade machines displaying various games made by the Behemoth. As you can see, the third machine has the 4 starting knights on it, which implies that it's Castle Crashers. The other arcade machines consist of Alien Hominid, Super Soviet Missile Master, which is definitely not a very known Behemoth game, Castle Crashers, Battle Block Theater, Pit People, and of course Alien Hominid Invasion. There are also quite a few Castle Crashers Easter eggs in the backgrounds in some of the levels. For example, there is a castle called the Castle of Crap 2. Now I know this is an obvious reference to Castle Crashers, but the 2 is kinda strange. The Behemoth has talked about not wanting to have a Castle Crashers 2, so maybe the 2 on this was just for like a lighthearted joke, but who knows, maybe there is some hope for Castle Crashers 2 after all. At the very least, we are getting the Painter Boss Paradise. But anyways, the Blacksmith and the Weapon Frog also make an appearance in the background. Well, I guess the Weapon Frog isn't really in the background since you can go in it, but anyways, there's also references of the Peasant. As you can see, he's behind bars here, and also the Troll can be seen in the background. Now there also is a portrait of Castle Crashers, which shows the Pink Knight and the Blacksmith together. Now let's get into some of the secrets in the hideout. If you walk to the right of the hideout, you can see a small sticker of the Red Knight on this little cabinet. There's also a sticker of the Orange Knight on the refrigerator, and you can see a sticker of the Blue Knight at the bottom of the stairs in the background. If you walk up the stairs, you can see the Green Knight poking out from this banner, and at the edge of the ledge, there's also a sticker of the Grey Knight and 2 of his bombs. There is also a very hidden sticker of the King that you can barely make out. The hideout also has some banners featuring things from Castle Crashers, like the Cardinal Pet and the Pooping Deer. There are also some other references to the other Behemoth games, like for example, you can reminds you the Bomb Frog from Battle Block Theater. In one of the cutscenes, behind one of the sewer kids, you can actually see the Pink Knight on a calendar. Now for the last Castle Crashers reference I could find in Alien Hominid Invasion, we have one of the mutations, which is called Show Off. Now this mutation is kind of a joke, since all it does is take away 75% of your health, but while having this mutation equipped, your only extra ability is to be able to flex, which doesn't actually do anything. Now when flexing with this mutation, it looks very similar to the beefy characters in Castle Crashers. Now the last game I'll be getting into is Pit People, and the reason I'm not doing Alien Hominid HD is because before it was remastered, it was released before Castle Crashers was even being developed. So yeah, there isn't really any Castle Crashers Easter eggs in that game, so we're just gonna move on to Pit People. Now the most obvious reference to Castle Crashers in Pit People is the hair troll. Now as you can see, these guys are a reference to the trolls in Castle Crashers, and just like how I said earlier in this video, there also is a troll mom, who of course has a very similar design to the troll mother in Castle Crashers. But anyways, by owning Castle Crashers while playing Pit People, you unlock some pretty cool knight heads for your characters, and as you can see, these are just the starting knights. Pit People also has some characters that look similar to Castle Crashers characters. For example, they have references of the Thief, Bear, Barbarian, and the Cardinal. And those are all of the Castle Crashers references and Easter eggs that I could find in the Behemoth games. And before I end the video, I just want to thank you guys for 30,000 subscribers. Even if you weren't subscribed, I appreciate you just watching the videos and supporting me. And with that said, I'll see you in the next one.